Spend a Saturday with my family and I as we go to an Autism Awareness event hosted by Muscogee County Sheriff's Department. As most of you know, my oldest son Carson has autism, so we always try to go out and support events like this because they are very inclusion friendly. He was diagnosed at the age of 2, and his dad and I went through so many emotions when we found out. I heard so many horror stories and went down so many rabbit holes. I honestly didn't think that my son would ever have a normal life. But having a background in education, I knew that early intervention was the first step. So despite all the horror stories and naysayers, I decided to start Carson with ABA therapy. And as a new mom, I learned and researched a lot. And I told myself just because someone else may have had a bad experience didn't mean that our experience would be the same. I also had faith in God, and I spoke life over every area of my son's life. And as scary as it was, I took my son out to events like this in public so that he could learn how to adapt to the environment around him, because sadly the environment may not adapt to him and his needs. And y'all, it was a struggle because he was overstimulated, the noise, his food sensory, it was just a lot for him, but we still did it. And each time I learned how to handle public situations and better prepare. And then once we had our youngest son King, it was harder at first, but overall it was easier because Carson then had someone to play with and mirror. And now Carson's 6 years old and King is 4, and Carson learns so much from his little brother King. Like we already know, he's gonna be his brother's protector. Now Carson doesn't show interest in the things that King likes, but it still gives him a chance to be introduced so that he can learn how and what to do in these situations in the real world. We just love to watch our boys grow up together as best friends, and we thank God every day for our boys and just allowing us to be the strongest and best parents that we can be to raise young, smart, educated boys who get to experience normal, thriving lives despite the diagnosis.